Hello, my name is Candace Cordes, and you have the opportunity to give a gift of life. Organs are a vital part of life. People need them to function, breathe, and to sustain life. Life is good, but then one day news comes that someone's organs are not functioning as they should. They are worried, they are scared, and they are in emotional and physical pain. Organ donation is an option for someone who is seeking better health and a longer life. This is where a patient can replace their organ with one that has been donated by someone else. Anyone who needs an organ should not worry whether they will get a second chance at life. Organ donation is an easy and an inexpensive way to save many people's lives. Everyone should consider the option of organ donation. People in the United States can sign up easily to become an organ donor by signing up when they receive or renew their driver's license or buy a donor registry for free. However, for someone's organs to be used in a patient's life, the donor and the patient must be genetically matched. All organs are very important to the human body. People have two kidneys and only need one to survive, but kidneys are probably the most important in organ donation. Kidneys are the most in demand organ for transplants because they are the most transplanted organ. This is because most of the kidneys that are transplanted are often rejected by the patient. The number of organs being donated is increasing every year about 1,100, but the amount needed for transplanting is increasing to about 5,000. This shows that the organs being transplanted are outnumbering the numbers being donated, which is becoming a problem. Around 80,000 people are on the waiting list, and about 10% of them are children. Children have a harder time receiving an organ because not many children donate their organs. Ethnic people have more trouble with receiving an organ because they are more likely to have certain diseases, and matching can be hard because the donor must have similar genetics with the person receiving the organ to have a higher success rate. However, if more people consider being an organ donor, the success rate for these people will increase. One organ donor can save up to 8 people's lives. There are many restrictions and laws involving organ donation because the life of a patient is at stake. Sometimes donors worry about the expenses of surgical procedure. The Affordable Care Act gives donors the ability to have health insurance. This was put into place to try and increase the number of organs being donated. The shortage of organs causes people to pay for organs, but the National Organ Transplant Act of 1984 prohibits the selling of organs. The purchasing of organs is illegal in the United States, but many people still try and sometimes succeed at selling and buying organs. Organ tourism is when patients travel outside the United States seeking organs and usually receive the transplant in a foreign country. Most of the people who go through this end up with severe complications, including death. To try and stop organ tourism and increase donations, state legislation has put some offers into effect. When someone donates an organ, the cost of the procedure can be expensive, but there is $10,000 tax reduction. People who donate do not have to worry about work either because donors can receive medical leave. The pros and cons of organ donation make this topic a social issue. Organ donation saves many lives every year. A person who was once dying has another chance at life. Sometimes the families of deceased loved ones are also comforted by the thought of organ donation. Even though the person they love is dead, they know that his or her organs help someone else live longer. Although many people like the idea that organ donation saves lives, the shortage of organs is becoming a huge problem. There are not a lot of people that are donating their organs, so the waiting list keeps building up and up. 10 people are added to the waiting list, while 22 die each day. Since so many people are on the waiting list for organs, people start to become desperate. Some of these patients turn to organ tourism, but it can be prevented if there are a large amount of organ donations. Another problem with organ donation is that some religions disagree with the removing of someone's organs. These people believe that the body should be whole and not disturbed and violates the ethical code of do no harm. Others do not agree with living organ donation. A healthy patient could risk his or her life for another patient. They believe that organ donation should be an end of the life decision. However, organ donation should be considered as a charitable act and not one that endangers the life of others. Overall, organ donation is a charitable, inexpensive way to give someone the gift of life and should be considered by everyone. Thank you for your time.